My name's Adam Morrison. I attend school at Valparaiso University, which is located in Valparaiso, Indiana. And so the project that I'm working on is called the WAGGLE project, which is a component of the overarching project called Array of Things. And so the team that I work with is mainly the WAGGLE part of the project. So the Array of Things is the network of nodes, which are these sensing boxes that have computers and sensors in them, in Chicago. It's an effort to collect data about cities, such as pedestrian traffic, weather, all sorts of other kind of data, and then be able to analyze that to help make the cities better, safer, and healthier. So the WAGGLE project helps develop the actual nodes, the boxes that have the computers and the sensors in them, and helps develop the infrastructure for these nodes to communicate among one another, as well as back to the server that collects all the data. So this summer, I kind of had, I was faced with a problem, and it was kind of divided into two main areas that I tackled. So the problem that we were faced with is we have these nodes in cities that are collecting data, and the basic infrastructure is created in order to have these nodes communicate back to a server and amongst one another and collect the data about the cities. The problem is we don't have tools that can work with this data because the current tools in use, such as Microsoft Excel or LibreOffice, will crash or will not be able to handle the large amount of data that we are collecting. So I have created tools that allow users to work with this data.
So what I've been doing is I'm writing a series of Python scripts. Python is a programming language, and what they will do is they will help create software that will help people interface new sensors with the computers that are inside the nodes out in the cities. So I'll write 4 Python programs. The first one will create a basic structure for the plugin. The second one will initialize everything and package it together. The fourth one will check that everything is correct with the plugin, make sure it can actually work on the nodes. And then the last one is to create kind of instructions slash information on each plugin. And so that's what each one of the programs that I will be writing next will do.
In addition, I had the other part of it was creating tools that help users interface new sensors to these nodes if they want to add in their own sensors to collect new data. So we have a couple of different versions of the nodes themselves. So the one you're seeing it's got a dome that allows the camera to see into the outside. So there's sensors on the inside, and then there's some that lead to the outside of the box that can interface with the outside environment. And so pretty much each day I come into the office, or I come into the building that I work in, and then I sit down, I either write code or I write some documentation for some of the code that I've developed. And then there's also some collaboration that goes on. I can talk to the other students if I need some help discussing a certain parameter about the project that I'm working on, or if they need help, we can talk amongst one another. And then my supervisor also will stop by at least once a day to discuss how the project is going, if I need any help, or to help direct me and give me new tasks to work on. Initially, when I got into college, I thought I just want 4 years of college, I want to get my degree, and I want to start working and do that forever. And I still kind of subscribe to that mentality, but I do, now that I've been having discussions with my mentor, with some of the other employees on the project, as well as going to some of the seminars that we've had over the summer, I realized that I definitely do want to go back to school and get a higher degree at some point. So I don't know when that will be, but it's definitely influenced me in that realm. I have nothing but good things to say about my mentor, Rajesh Sankaran. It's really great working with him because he's been a very good mentor, and I've learned a lot from him. And then working with the other students has been really great too, because we can collaborate amongst one another. I say we have a good kind of rapport. We can kind of discuss the projects that we're working on, but we can also talk about other things outside of work as well. So I've learned a lot of software development skills from last summer and this summer that are really going to help me as I move into the workforce and start working. And then I've also learned a lot of soft skills in terms of communication with supervisors, with fellow students, which would be fellow employees in the future, that have really helped me understand how you should continue to communicate with people, have an open line of communication with your fellow workers, so that nothing gets lost in translation and that you're just making sure that you understand what everyone needs and that they understand what you need as well. There's a good amount of things that they have set up for us during the summer, which is really great. For me personally, I've really taken advantage of the fact that Argonne is located on a forest preserve. I use the trail that runs around Argonne to run every day, and that's been really great because I can just get off of work, change into my running clothes, and then just go for a run on the trail. And it's very picturesque, and it's a great trail to run on, so I really enjoy doing that. I would definitely say the coolest thing about Argonne is that I get to follow my passion here. So my passion is working with the interfacing between hardware and software and using that to help people. So the project that I'm working on, the WAGA project, is designed to collect all this data about these cities and then use that to help make the cities better and safer and healthier for everybody. So I get to work every day with writing code, but I also get to learn a little bit about the hardware that's being used and run on these nodes, and that is all going towards the goal of helping people by creating better cities. So I really get to follow my passion here, which is something that I think is definitely unique, where it might not find that in some other workplaces. I know it's a little bit different, research versus industry. And so in the research area here at Argonne, you can kind of do that. So I really enjoy just being able to come into work and do what I love.